Arsenal complete signing of Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid. Arsenal have completed the permanent signing of Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid in a deal worth around £30 million. The Norway international spent 6 months on loan at the Emirates Stadium last season but returned to the Spanish capital earlier this summer hoping to convince Carlo Ancelotti he was worthy of a place in his first-team squad. Odegaard, however, has been deemed surplus to requirements and has returned to North London hoping to kickstart a career in the settled environment his career has lacked to this point. Arsenal's attacking deficiencies were laid bare during their opening day defeat against Brentford last weekend, and Mikel Arteta must hope the Norway international can offer the sort of creativity that was sorely missing against the Bees. Unfortunately for Arsenal, despite the deal being completed well in advance of Friday's midday deadline for registering players, Odegaard will not play any part against Chelsea on Sunday. The club confirmed, the transfer is subject to the completion of regulatory processes and visa requirements. Martin will not be available for Sunday's match with Chelsea, and we await visa clearance before he will be available for selection. Last season, Odegaard was handed the number 11 jersey but he will operate under a different number when he makes his first appearance for the club in the new campaign. He has been given the number 8 shirt, which was used by current Arsenal boss Arteta during his time at the club. Congratulations Arsenal on the signing of Martin Odegaard and hope he will help Arsenal improve the game better in this season. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexandre Lacazette absent from Arsenal training session. Arsenal look likely to be without their 2 senior strikers for Sunday's London derby against Chelsea after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexandre Lacazette appeared to be absent from Wednesday's training session. The duo featured prominently throughout pre-season, but were ruled out of last Friday's Premier League match against Brentford through illness. According to report, both testing positive for COVID-19. Mikel Arteta's side slid to an ignominious 2-0 defeat against the newly promoted Bees in the absence of their most experienced forwards, with Premier League debutant Folarin Balogun struggling to make an impact. Eddie Nketiah, meanwhile, was also missing from the session meaning rookie Balogun is in line to feature again against the Champions League holders, who are likely to hand a debut to Romelu Lukaku following his £97 million move from Inter. Arsenal have no interest in signing Barcelona midfielder Philippe Coutinho, according to reports. According to reports earlier this week, Barcelona have registered their interest in Aubameyang and have offered Arsenal the chance to sign Coutinho as part of an exchange deal. But the Daily Mirror reports that Arsenal have no intention of bringing the Brazil international back to the Premier League. The report also claims that Arsenal are fully committed to keeping both Aubameyang and Lacazette at the club for the remainder of the season. Lacazette has entered the final year of his deal with Arsenal and the French striker could potentially leave the club on a free transfer next summer. Earlier this window Arsenal had been open to offers for Lacazette but no club has been willing to meet their £15 million asking price. Aubameyang, meanwhile, struggled for form under Mikel Arteta last season and reports this week have claimed that there is friction between the captain and the Arsenal manager. Manchester City's Bernardo Silva snubbed Arsenal this summer as he seeks move to Spain. Bernardo Silva snubbed a move to Arsenal this summer because he wants to move away from the Premier League to be closer to his family. The Portuguese forward did not feature in Manchester City's opening game of the season against Tottenham last weekend, despite having trained with the first team for several weeks during pre-season. According to The Times, Silva has made it clear to City manager Pep Guardiola that he wants to leave the club, and is understood to prefer a move to Spain. The 27-year-old believes he has a gentleman's agreement with City that he can leave the club before the transfer deadline, should an acceptable bid come in for him. Silva has fallen down the pecking order at City after the arrival of Jack Grealish, on top of their already star-studded attacking line. Arsenal seeking out transfer bids for Willian, Bellerin and Torreira with Mikel Arteta desperate to offload all 3. Arsenal are reportedly desperate to ditch 3 senior stars before deadline day. Willian, Hector Bellerin and Lucas Torreira have all been transfer listed by Arsenal. But, according to Fabrizio Romano, there are no takers as of yet, with the Gunners looking for bids after the trio were deemed surplus to requirements by Mikel Arteta. Brazilian winger Willian, 33, only joined the club on a free transfer from Chelsea last summer. But he failed to impress at the Emirates and no longer has a future under Arteta. Romano claims links with top Saudi Arabian side Al Ahly were completely fake. And although Willian himself has been looking to leave Arsenal since May, his mammoth £220,000 a week wages are putting off approaches from interested parties. Meanwhile, Spanish right-back Bellerin, 26, was strongly linked with Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan earlier this summer. But all three clubs have now strengthened that position in their respective squads. And Bellerin's only hope could come in a shock swap deal for Atletico Madrid's ex-Spurs star Kieran Trippier. Uruguayan midfielder Torreira, 25, spent last season on loan with Atletico Madrid and has not won back Arteta's trust. Jose Mourinho's Roma are reportedly interested after failing to sign fellow Arsenal man Granit Xhaka. But there are said to be several other Serie A sides in the running, with a loan deal a more likely outcome. Arsenal flop Shkodran Mustafi has been thrown a career lifeline by Torino, according to reports. The Gunners paid Valencia £35 million for the German international in 2016. However, centre-back Mustafi, 29, failed to live up to expectations and made a series of high-profile blunders. He was released in February and joined Schalke, but the German club let him go following their relegation from the Bundesliga. Reports in Italy and Germany now claim Mustafi's father, who acts as his agent, has held talks with Torino officials. The former Everton youngster is understood to be seeking a 3-year deal worth around £5 million. Serie A Torino are seeking a new central defender after French stalwart Nicolas Nkulu's contract expired. Aaron Ramsdale has been targeted with a torrent of vile abuse by pathetic Arsenal fans. It's forced the Gunners' transfer target to limit who can comment on his Instagram posts. The England stopper, 23, is now just hours away from signing for the Gunners in a £30 million move from Sheffield United. Ramsdale is expected to sign his contract at the Emirates on Thursday after the two clubs agreed on a fee on Wednesday evening. The move has been widely panned by pundits in recent weeks. Jamie O'Hara claimed selling Emiliano Martinez for £20 million and signing Ramsdale for £30 million a year later was a mistake. The TalkSport star is not alone either, with others suggesting spending £30 million for a backup goalkeeper is paying over the odds. But a small section of sick Arsenal supporters have gone too far, trolling and even appearing to threaten Ramsdale on Instagram. Mikel Arteta sent Arsenal sack warning by Glen Johnson ahead of Chelsea and Manchester City fixtures. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta could face the sack by the end of the month as the Gunners prepare to face London rivals Chelsea and Premier League champions Manchester City. That is the view of former England defender Glen Johnson, who says he can't see Arsenal sticking by Arteta if the team make a poor start to the season. The North London club finished 8th under Arteta last term and began the 2021-22 campaign with a dismal 2-0 defeat at the hands of Premier League new boys Brentford. Arsenal face Champions League holders Chelsea on Sunday and defending domestic champions Manchester City in their following league game on August 28. For whatever reason Arsenal are miles off the personal standards, former Liverpool, Chelsea, Stoke City and West Ham defender Johnson told SBK Sportsbook. At the moment the gap between them and the top four is getting even bigger. They're going to have a big, important season on their hands to try to get around 7th or 8th. There is massive pressure on Arsenal already for obvious reasons. I don't want to see Mikel Arteta get sacked, I want him to come good and hopefully Arsenal get back to competing and giving us the beautiful football we're used to watching. But I can't see how the club could stick by him and ignore the pressure from the fans if they get off to a slow start.
If you like the video, like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe.